All right, these are just some random pictures that are very telling. At least will stop and make you think if you look at them in a specific way. This one right here, this person's bound and gagged, and they're in purple. And as you look on here, it says thank you, yay, like comments on somebody's YouTube page. 5,000 page views. And right here, it says help me. And then down here, it says, no, really, please help. You know, this whole thing with this whole thing of Solomon, and he harnessed the demons and helped them make or forced them to build his temple, which I'm assuming it's all atomic. If we look at this next picture, here's the seal right here on the gate. Clear as day, right? We look at this guy, red and black, and he's trying to get over the gate. You know, this one is showing it's being held hostage. This one is trying to escape. And if you look right here, you can see that this gate is on this side as well. Okay? So this is only one trying to escape. This, you know, this is very it's not confusing, but it sheds a different light on the story. Being held against your will. If you read the story, the Babylonian story, it says that the two brothers, which are the two pillars, one is named Absu, which is the abyss. And it said he got locked below, but his power was not diminished. Meaning he still had all of his power, but he couldn't get out. Okay? And so that the fraud is running around up here. I mean, that's how it appears in the story. That the fraudulent ones are running around up here. But at some point, the real ones get released. They don't get released, they bust out. Okay, this is the Babylonian story. This is giving credence to it. These are just random pictures. I get what this picture is saying, and I get what this is saying. This is almost like these fucking accounts where there's no history behind them. It's just a voice, you know, just making a comment, like the thing is forced. It's just forced to do this shit. That it hates it, but it has to. Here, yellow and purple. It says punches. You know, and what do we see every time we see these colors? We see a fire or destruction. And this one here, even though the picture designates, you know, this fat bitch or whatever, it's interesting what's being said here. It says, "Stop triggering me, cis scum." Cis are those guys that are androgynous. Remember the guy with the fucking wearing his mommy's dress a couple videos back, the black dress? He's saying, "Stop triggering me." In other words, it's like prodding or pissing off. I'm assuming this is supposed to be representing some aspect of Saturn because of the rainbow color. But it's basically saying, stop pissing me off. And that's what I've said before. Whatever's running this place or owns it or whatever doesn't like what's going on. Whether it's the Almighty himself or whatever's running this, whatever is the way things are supposed to be running, maybe they ain't running that way. And so whatever this is, this female whatever, is really pissing off what's in charge here. But as you can tell, you can see the rainbow colors, and it's saying, you know, you androgynous scum, stop pissing me off, is what it's saying. This bothers me, this picture. Like he's being held against its will and forced to do this YouTube shit. And then this picture, because we can see right here that the gate extends this way, it is locked in. And then so you have to go back to the story of King Solomon and how he enslaved these supposed demons and forced them to build this temple. Again, if King Solomon was this great Jewish king that was so godly, why does he need the help of the demons to fucking build a temple? Sounds to me like somebody's not telling the fucking truth here. Sounds to me like somebody was messing around with that shit to begin with and learned how to grab them guys through somebody other than the Almighty. Because the seal of Solomon is the seal of Saturn. It's one and the same. So, you know, I'm not going to play devil's advocate here, but, you know, who's being held hostage here? The good guys or the bad guys? It's very difficult to discern that when you look at it from a different perspective. You know, I mean, we're taught, you know, when you're a little kid, that the angels are good and the demons are bad. Well, you know, why are all the angel pictures always pretty and all the demon pictures are ugly? They're all angels, so what's the difference? The reason that they look different in paintings and drawings is because they represent the two different pillars. One is the positive, one is the negative. So to give the negative connotation of bad, they paint the individual to be ugly. But if they're all of the same thing, if let's say your brother was a bad person, it doesn't make him any less attractive or ugly. It's just his deeds make him look that way when people look at what he's done. So this is a very, very, very narrow difference between the two, because they're all the same group. It's like Indians and Pakistanis. It's the same fucking people. They just have a split in religion. It's the same group. Yet they're willing to blow each other off the fucking map because they say that this piece of ground belongs to us and the other part says no, it belongs to us. But it's the exact same people claiming two different fucking nationalities. These pictures to me are really bother me. They really bother me. Again, because of the story of King Solomon, which all the Christians saw and the Arabs think he's just great because he was able to enslave the demons. Yeah, asshole, but he used them to build his temple. Which, if that's an atomic reactor, whatever. You're enslaving something that you're not even supposed to have anything to be dealing with those guys, according to Christian dogma. Why would you be forcing them to do anything? Why would you have anything to do with them at all? See, the thing flips at that point because now the perpetrators become the innocent ones. Because now the demons are the ones that are being held against their will. So it flips the whole story. Now they're the innocent ones that don't want anything to do with this fucking Solomon douchebag. It's a very narrow band on what the truth of this really is. You know, even in the Babylonian, it says Apsu was locked below, but his power was not diminished. So, you know, again, why are the angels always painted beautiful and the demons are always ugly? They would all know the same thing. They all came from the same creation. So they wouldn't be any more uglier than the angels would be. So, you know, here's the thing. If maybe that's why the demons are so pissed off, is because they've been wrongfully locked up. I'm not playing the devil's advocate, but for fuck's sake, again, King Solomon is supposed to be this great, wonderful, godly guy. Why do you need to harness the power of demons and force them to build your temple? Then obviously we're not talking about the same God. Obviously he's dealing with a different God than the one that the Christians have come to know in their head. And if you look at this, all this is here, right here, the way they've drawn this out. Let me use red here. It's just a cube. If you look at it, it runs across here, right here. Let me go to red. Then it goes here. Then it goes here. Then it goes here. Then it goes here. 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 And here. Right? And then you got your 4 square here. And I can show you where the guy that owned the Mini before me was absolutely 100% involved in the Masons because he scratched this on the emblem of my car. So my point being, this is a very, very, very slippery slope. You know, maybe neither of them are good. Maybe neither the angels nor the demons are good. Maybe they're both good, and maybe they just have a difference of opinion, and they're trying to bullshit you into believing the other one is the bad guy. I don't know, but I know this right here, and I've said this before. Whatever these assholes are doing down here is pissing off who's ever running this place. That's why it's saying, stop triggering me, cis scum. That's what those androgynous fucking kids, those half man, half women dressing motherfuckers, they call themselves cis. So, you know, whatever. I'm just making some observations here.